All right, so this is part 7 in the negativity rant video. Like I said, I wish I could do it all in one video, but for some reason it keeps like cutting out. Once I say something important, it's like it cuts out right before it. It's weird how they do it. But in this part of the negativity rant videos, part 7, I ended the last one off where I was talking about, how they mix the positive with the negatives and then hope that you forget about the negatives, right? After the math equation, also in the math equation, I know I started it the first time I said it. It was like 5 plus 5 plus 3 minus 3. Oh no, minus 3 times negative 3. I said 5 plus 5 minus 3 times negative 3. That was the first one I said, and then I corrected it the second time because that's how I saw it in my head. It was supposed to be 5 plus 3 minus 3 times the negative 3 with the parentheses. So I am aware of that mistake that I made the first time. I corrected it. But in this video, I want to talk about repressed emotions, right? Feelings a person often, without being aware of, holding them and can influence thoughts, behaviors, and emotional well-being. I had to read that backwards. But, right? That's all the past, right? These are things that you are unconsciously doing. Your mind is a powerful thing. It's like I sit there. If you sit there and you try to focus on just the positives, the negative thoughts that you're trying to repress will still bother you. And then it'll cause you your emotional well-being and your behavior, right? You might get angry for no reason. You have repressed emotions. You ever have a therapist tell you you have repressed emotions and you're acting out because of what happened in the past? Then they have to focus on the negative. They get paid to focus on the negative. They'll tell you not to focus on your own negative so that you could come to them so they can focus on the negative. Does that make sense? Then they'll tell you you have a problem because you wasn't focused on the negatives. You didn't deal with the negative part. But we're going to tell you how to deal with the negative part that you never focused on. Because we focused on the negative all our lives. So why don't you just focus on the negative and solve it by yourself? Find the solution yourself. They don't want you to do that. Because you may then behave. Hold on, let me bring that back. You may then behave, right? Because it can affect your behaviors, your thoughts, and your emotional well-being. You may think the way they don't want you to. You may behave the way they don't want you to. You might go, Dad, this thing, right? This person cheated on me. Now I don't trust them. Now that person that cheated on you is going, whoa, she don't trust me. I don't like that. I gotta gaslight her some more so that she goes back to like forgetting. Let me buy her some more flowers. Let me take her out on dates and show her that I'm about to. I would never do that again. I gotta distract her. Look at all the smoke and mirrors that I'm putting around. I'm still going to cheat. I got the side thing. I got my little shit on the side that I'm about to link with her tonight. But I gotta rebuild this trust. I feel the same way when I'm going to therapy. Like it's just smoke and mirrors, right? Her providing that realm of holding the conversation with me. If she hasn't asked me, like other than in the beginning where it's like, why are you here? If I go in the depths, then that's going to be the problem, and she's going to start trying to gaslight me. Okay, I'm here because of MK Ultra. Other than that, I reacted to the MK Ultra. The only thing she could tell me is don't react to it. That's already gaslighting in and of itself. Don't get angry at the things that's supposed to make you angry. Oh, if you find something that triggers you to be angry, that's a problem you have to deal with. So why am I going to you for the answers? You don't know what's making me angry. I don't want your solution to the thing that makes me angry because you might get angry and deal with it a different way than I deal with it. See? So now they want to control your behaviors. In the same way they'll tell you, you can't control anybody but yourself. So what is the point of behavioral therapy? You're trying to change or manipulate my behavior. You're trying to control my behavior. That's you trying to control somebody else's behavior. Based on what? What you did in the past. The negatives of what you did in the past. They're not gonna go, oh yeah, you remember that time you helped the old lady cross the street? Yeah, keep doing. I was already doing that. They're gonna go, look, you remember that time you slashed the tires? Don't do that. Next time they harass you, Just take a deep breath. Count to 10, and just put it behind you. Leave it in God's hands. Listen, God don't want you to be a coward. He wants you to deal with it accordingly as well. This is why He came up with the eye for an eye, right? Because what a negative times a negative cancels out and turns into a positive, right? Sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire, right? You gotta have ice so cold that it burns when they hit you with the flame. You see it? That's how and it turns into this steam, canceling each other out. You seen One Piece? You feel me? You seen how it worked with Aokiji and Marco and his flame, I believe, or Ace and his flame. I said Marco because he got the blue flame. That's what I was thinking in my head. But no, Ace. You seen all of that? Same thing, Jinbei and Ace with the water and fire out of it. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you have to, right? What do you think the fire and brimstone is about? He's like, yo, listen, I tried to get rid of him with the water. I already made the promise that I wasn't gonna flood them again, but they continue to do it. Is God dwelling on the negative, or is He trying to just genuinely solve the problem? He has to dwell on the negative. He's trying to solve the problem. In order to bring it back to a proper positive, you got to get rid of the negative. So He has to go, you know what? Fire and brimstone. I'm going to fight the fire with the fire. These little hellions, okay. They want to get comfortable with the fire. Oh, you know how many people say, oh, I'm going to hell. Okay. Fire and brimstone. So why are you avoiding this fire and brimstone if you're so used to that fire? Because this fire is going to scorch your whole soul for eternity, or until you go into the void, whatever they say that is, of hell, whatever they say it is, into nothingness, for all those people who are, I forget the correct term right now. Nihilist, that's the term that I was looking for. Who really just go into nothingness when you die, Sometimes you have to. But you dealing with all of these repressed emotions, that's that's you trying to forget the negatives. It literally says feelings a person unconsciously avoids, right? A lot of people are doing that who might have been MK Ultra, right? And then they go, "Oh, I'm depressed. I don't know why." Did you stop and think about all the times that you were sitting there harassing somebody and you're trying to lie to yourself and say you're a good person, but think of all of the bad things you did to somebody else? You haven't dealt with them. You haven't apologized for it, but you're still going around lying to yourself. That's part of your unconscious things that you're avoiding all your own negative things. Right? I sit there and I do that. I correct myself. I was doing that at work yesterday. Like, damn, I fucked up here. Next time I got to do this better. I apologize. Cool. Right? I'm not going to sit there. Yeah, I did great today. Like, nah. I was sitting there focusing on the negative so I can improve it and turn it to a positive. Damn, I was fucking up with the lottery. Right? The lottery tickets was confusing the shit out of me because it's a different machine. I got to run to another machine, scan that machine. I can't do that at the regular register. And then I haven't learned all the tickets yet. So now I got to work on learning all the tickets, even though the customers or the guests, they'll come in and they'll point it out. Some of them be like, yo, give me the s'mores. And I'm like, what number is the s'mores? I don't know what that is. God damn it. Let me look through each and every ticket. Now I'm time consuming. Damn, I'm not moving fast enough. You see? But all right, cool. That's the next step. I'm going to learn them tickets. That was the negative for me. I got to sit there and I got to look back in order to improve that mistake. Right? Oh, snap. This person donated for charity at the last moment, but I already rang them up. Boom. I got to be more mindful. All right, now I know how to do it after I've already rung them up. Instead of just dropping in the drawer, now it seems like you're over because I didn't hit the button. Right? These are all things that where I got to dwell on the negative in order to correct it. Right? I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I'm great. Then I'm like, then they over there, oh, you're doing such a terrible job. And then when they try to tell me, like, where I'm messing up, I'm trying to avoid it. I can't be like, yo, they always complaining. Okay, no. There is a correction that needs to be made. This is what I can do to correct it. Now, when there's nothing to correct it, they're still getting on you for it, then that's just a problem. That's them bringing negativity to you. And that's what they want you to avoid. I used to do everything right. When I used to work at the farmhouse, oh, yo, this is not how you cut the steak down. I was trying to be cool with them. Nah, this is not, bro. This is how Chef taught me how to cut the steak, my dude. Oh, because they're trying to control me so much that they gotta nitpick and they gotta make up shit when they don't got nothing to do. So you know what? You can go to the patio. We gonna punish you because you know you're too confident. You know you're doing it right, and I don't like that. You know you're doing it right. We gotta bring you down a peg so that you come in here and you humble yourself and go, Dag, I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. All right, send me to the patio. Now I'm gonna go out there and rock out the patio. They love me on the patio and they love me on refreshments, but you need somebody who's gonna cut the steak like I do on the inside, right? I'm not gonna change that. I'm not gonna change what I was doing right in order to appease somebody who's teaching me things the wrong way or who's harassing me. Okay, now they calling me back in. Yo, bro, we was waiting for you to get on back on the line. You know, the steak, you know, we need somebody to cut the steak. They outside telling me, yo, you're supposed to be cutting our steak. Why you at the refresh? The way he was cutting the steak and seasoning it was fire.